Thank you very much, Massimo. I give the floor now to Lucia Anile.
Allora, buonasera a tutti.
Good afternoon, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank Philcams as well and all the partners that contributed to this European project, the Safe Host. This is a very interesting project, and it has been very well described by the previous speakers, and the title itself of the project highlights the topics, social partners together in the fight against the sexual exploitation of children in tourist areas. It's a delicate subject, and the previous speakers explained very well how and why sexual tourism on minors is a phenomenon that has to be fought, and it's one of those hot topics after drugs and arms trafficking, and it is a worldwide problem, a type of tourism with very serious consequences, both in the countries of origin and the destinations, especially in those situations where inequalities in terms of gender, age, social and financial conditions concerning the population, the local population in tourist areas. I share the view that we should strengthen our role in social protection, and I'm convinced that the quality of social support and institutional support is offered to the social partners greatly benefits, is a very good benefit through the various dynamics. And I believe that the social partners are able to contribute to the fight against this phenomenon. As representative of the bilateral body for tourism, I have the task of giving you an overview of what we have done. I will take into consideration only the first four reports by the observatory, because the fifth one will be analyzed by Professor Stefano Lanti from the SLA Institute. I would like to specify that the bilateral entity was found in 1991 between employers' associations and workers' organizations. It is a tool to carry out the activities identified by the parties in terms of employment, job market, training, vocational qualification. Among the various activities, it has the task to promote studies, research, and testing activities, and it has set up useful observatories for this sector, among which the Observatory on the implementation of Law 269 of 1998 and the Code of Conduct of July 2003 for the National Agreement on Tourism. As Guglielmi was stating in his presentation, the observatory was set up in 2009. The first report was created with the objective of monitoring the impact of the actions undertaken in Italy to contrast sexual tourism against minors, and it was centered on the main topics, extending the scope of action towards Italian tour operators. The result highlighted some unsolved issues, such as, for example, the scarce implementation of the legal obligations, envisaging to inform customers about the fact that the Italian law punishes crimes related to minor prostitution, even if they are perpetrated abroad. The second report updated the data collection and extended them to the international level. and the results for 2010 showed positive results, except some specific observation with reference to some European nations. This third report, with reference to 2011, carried out a different type of extension, in extending the scope of action to also airlines, hotel chains, and airport handling companies. The scenario that was recorded highlighted some discomforting data due to the attitude with reference to the contacts and the interviews. The majority of the responders motivated their silence with corporate policies, alleged corporate policies that did not allow them to discuss these topics, highlighting that at the system level there is no corporate social responsibility that is worthy of its name. The fourth report concerning 2012 developed the survey taking into consideration the whole of the EU member states, and it took as a point of reference the rules and regulations and the programs of the various states, analyzing their way of communicating and promoting the destinations on catalogs, websites, and internal portals, highlighting, detecting also their way of relating to the customers. It is a very interesting picture, the one that comes from this report, concerning also the possibility to have a ranking of European countries describing their level of action and attention on this topic. We may say that the data from the observatory confirmed that Italy has a major role in the fight against sexual exploitation of minors. Therefore, we are proud to have contributed to the carrying out of the Safe House project, putting a large quantity of information at the disposal of the relevant parties collected over the years. I believe that the bilateral tourist organization might play an important role for the sustainable tourism accessible to all, but they also have the duty to strengthen the awareness, to raise awareness towards this subject among all the operators in the sector, and nations can adopt common strategies to prevent this phenomenon. I would like to conclude my intervention by wishing that all public and private operators at the European level consider the fight against prostitution against minors, child porn, the trafficking of minors for sexual purposes as something that falls within corporate social responsibility. That's why I believe that it is mandatory to adopt a code of conduct, as was illustrated in her introduction, Mrs. Bors, from the European Commission, with reference also to what the European directive says, the directive of 2011 that was mentioned here today, especially with reference also to what Frattini said, as an element of corporate social responsibility for the tourist industry, because it enables, through the implementation of its main criteria, to fight effectively the sexual exploitation of children. I stop here and I thank you for your kind attention, and I wish everyone every success in their work, and I hope that it will be a continuity for what we are discussing today, and it's a very big thing that you're doing. Thank you.
Very, very interesting. Thank you. You have the floor, Andrea.